Hi guys. I wanted to make a video for those of you who are confused about where to place citations, and I'm going to distinguish between signal phrases and parenthetical citations, both of which are considered in-text citations. So I'm looking at the example writing in the disciplines essay that I gave you guys, and I've edited it just a little bit to take out some of the citations so that I can actually show you me putting them in. If you see a highlighted area, that's just giving me a marker of where I need to do things. Okay, so let's get into it. So this sentence says, or begins with, the Purdue Online Writing Lab states. This is a really good signal phrase. However, it does not count as an in-text citation. In-text citations have to have the very first thing that appears in the corresponding works cited citation. And while this is a good signal phrase, like I said, it's not a citation. It could be, and I will show you that right here, actually. This idea is further emphasized within the article, Why Nurses Need Good Healthcare Writing Skills, found on the Anna Maria College website. The reason that this one would count as an in-text citation is because we have the first thing that appears in the corresponding works cited citation. So let me show you those. Why nurses need good healthcare writing skills. That's the very first thing. See how it sticks out? It's easier to find that way, and so the thing that's kind of sticking out to the left should be what goes in the in-text citation. And then the Purdue Online Writing Lab, it's writing in the field. And so that is not in that sentence above, and so that wouldn't count as a citation. So what needs to happen if we have the Purdue Online Writing Lab in the signal phrase, we would need an in-text citation at the end of the paraphrase. So we have this sentence that is from the Purdue Online Writing Lab, and then we also have this sentence. And so the citation can go at the end of those two sentences. Notice that the citation, or this title of this article, is going both in quotation marks and in parentheses because it's in quotation marks in the corresponding works cited citation. If it wasn't, then you wouldn't put it in quotation marks here. This is not actually a part of your written sentence, and so that's why it's going in parentheses at the end. However, this is part of this student's written sentence, and so it wouldn't go in parentheses because it's part of the sentence. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to my other example down here. So beginning here and going through here is information from this article here. So I just wanted to reiterate that that is a couple of sentences long, and so you don't have to cite each one, just put it at the end in the parenthetical citation. Notice also that we don't have a signal phrase here. They're not always necessary if you're paraphrasing. They definitely are with direct quotes. But not necessarily when you're paraphrasing. This flows really well without a signal phrase, and so you don't always have to have one. But they are helpful sometimes, especially if you're wanting to draw attention to the credibility of the source, like the Purdue Online Writing Lab is a really well-known source, and so this student is drawing the reader's eye to that source and providing her paper with more credibility. We have a couple of in-text citations that are missing here. So like I said, the Purdue Online Writing Lab is a good signal phrase, but it does not count as a citation. And so we would need a citation here. And then this goes into another source here. And so she's missing a citation here as well. Let's see what that's supposed to be. One thing I'd like to mention is that you really should never begin or end paragraphs with source information. You guys should know by now that each paragraph requires a topic sentence and a concluding sentence. Topic sentences introduce what the paragraph's going to be about. So for example, let's see, research papers. So here's the topic sentence for this, and that's her writing completely. She's introducing the topic of the paragraph, research papers. What you need to do at the end of every paragraph is, first of all, conclude the paragraph by kind of summing up what you said, and then also relating typically how the main point in that paragraph supports the thesis statement in your introduction. Let me show you a good concluding sentence. So here's a good one. As a result, documentation into patient's charts are required to be clearly written, as objective as possible, and as detailed as can be. She summed up her paragraph really well there, and it goes back to her thesis statement, objective, detailed, and so on, nursing narratives, okay? One additional thing is that signal phrases only cite the sentence that they are within. So, for example, this counts as a citation because the title of the article, which is the first thing in the corresponding works cited citation, is in the signal phrase. However, let's see, that only cites this sentence, okay? So it doesn't cite this sentence at all, and it doesn't cite this sentence. And that's why this student has a citation at the end of the rest of the paraphrase as well, referring to the same article that's in the signal phrase, okay? So just remember, signal phrases only cite the sentence they're within, and parenthetical citations cite multiple sentences of one single paraphrase. So yeah, I think that's all I need to cover for citations. This citation placement will be the same for all of your essays in any citation style. So yeah, use these tips for all of your papers. However, citing an APA is quite different than citing an MLA, and so I'll go over with you guys, I'll make another video for how to cite in APA because it's a bit more complicated, and this should be at least close to one of the first times you're using APA, so I'll definitely make a video for that very soon. Hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.